Hey, Kanye, did she put her fingers up your No.
We're gonna, after this, we'll show you my phone. You can see all your friends and rappers DMing me. They're nudes. So no, I don't have to do any work. So it's when I choose to have fun, they're available.
They was, yeah.
They was what?
They was each other.
Let's be conveniently gay.
Kanye West is straight up losing it at Jeffree Star after rumors popped off about a leaked DL tape. And trust, that's just scratching the surface. Everybody's been side-eyeing this situation for a while now, and it's like, come on, we ain't stupid. Kim K didn't just bounce on Kanye because he was acting wild or battling stuff behind the scenes. She made it seem like it was all about protecting the kids. But if you look a little closer, there's way more to it. Word on the street is Kanye allegedly asked for a three-way. And no, it wasn't with another woman. This whole chaos didn't just fall out of the sky. It all kind of started when Kanye dropped that track called Cousin, and that's where things started to spiral. In that track, Kanye straight up confessed, not hinted, confessed, to sleeping with his own cousin. And not just any cousin, one who's apparently locked up now. Wild, right? Now listen, this ain't about shaming anybody who's figuring out their life or living their truth, do you? But Kanye? Man's been out here hiding behind masks, throwing shade at queer artists, and low-key battling his own demons for years. Throwing stones while living in a glass mansion is wild behavior, yay. When Cousin dropped, everybody was like, hold up, did he just say that? It wasn't just slick lyrics. It was a full-blown confession, no sugarcoating. A little breadcrumb that's leading us straight into something even bigger and messier.
And clout chasing, like, yeah, I made up the Jeffree Kanye rumor. Like, yeah, I'm like talking to Monty Lopez, like, for clout, so what?
Yeah.
And it's like that intimidates people because I feel like their egos in Hollywood are so big and influencers' egos are so big. They want to just seem like people effortlessly care about them. I'm like, they don't.
But wait, it gets even hotter. Fast forward to this weekend, X, formerly Twitter, was on fire. Jeffree Star came flying in, dropped a bomb on the Bird app, tweeting, okay, F it. The rumors are true. No filter, no holding back. He didn't name drop, but come on, the internet went wild connecting those dots. Oh, the internet wasn't slow on this one. All roads pointed straight at one man, Kanye Omar West. Yeah, you heard that right, Omar. Bet you didn't even know that was his middle name, huh?
Kind of like homophobic, because it's like I would like go back and like question myself, like, damn, why does everybody else walk like this and I walk like this?
Jeffree didn't even need to name drop, because let's be real. Whenever Jeffree Star starts talking in riddles, it's pure chaos, and people got plenty of time to piece it together. But don't get it twisted. This rumor didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Roll it back to 2021 when influencer Ava Louise, y'all know her, randomly spilled some tea saying Kanye got caught creeping with a super famous makeup guru. She never said no names, but the streets put two and two together real quick and started pointing fingers at Jeffree Star. And why? Well, because back then, Jeffree was chilling in Wyoming too. Same exact place Kanye was laying low at. Now come on. You think that's just a coincidence? No way. People in Hollywood ain't just popping up in Wyoming for no reason, like it's Rodeo Drive or something. The math is mathing, and it's looking messy. Most people probably forgot, but back in the day, Jeffree Star was out here rapping. Yeah, you heard me, rapping. And get this, in one of his old tracks called Be Please, Jeffree literally dropped a wild line about nipple off Kanye West. Like, what? Folks brushed it off back then, thinking it was just for shock value.
Kanye good? Last night I was just like not in like the best mood. I was just like tired. I got home and I was like, hey, and then I was like on my computer and then he was like, hey, babe, will you get off your computer? Like, I want to talk.
Now, zooming out a little, Kanye's been caught up in messy love triangles before, but usually it's been with women. So when Kim pulled the plug and filed for divorce, most folks thought it was just about his mental health struggles or maybe that wild presidential run. But even after hearing the Kanye and Jeffree rumors, some people were still out here cracking jokes. One TikTok user said, I saw a TikTok making a joke about the people that voted Kanye crying about Jeffree being the first lady. Wild times, y'all. everybody was gagged at the jokes, but now with these DL tape rumors and Jeffree's bomb tweet, it's looking real different. Maybe Kim wasn't just cold-hearted like the media tried to paint her. Maybe she was protecting Kanye by just walking away with her dignity still intact. Think about it. What if Kim was just done covering for him? Word on the street is Kanye's losing his mind behind the scenes. Allegedly, he's been trying to get Jeffree's tweets snatched down, calling people, screaming on the phone, and even throwing around talk about lawsuits. But here's the real gag. If all this is just fake drama, why you so pressed? 'Cause innocent people usually don't be panicking like that. Where's the defamation lawsuit? Where's the cold, hard receipts? If you clean, declare your name loud and clear instead of throwing tantrums. It's giving full-on damage control vibes. And get this, back in 2022, Jeffree popped up on Logan Paul's podcast. And of course, the whole Kanye mess got dragged up again.
Don't give her one moment.
No.
But yeah, I guess
Absolutely
she
not.
made it up, and I guess it made sense. I live in Wyoming. I live in Hidden Hills. Okay, we both live in the same area. It's the way it was mapped out, I guess. I have videos of rappers face me and all these things on my phone. Yeah. So my OnlyFans account was ready. I'm not into that right now. And I don't think my career needs tape right now.
But right after saying all that, Jeffree basically admits he's been involved with rappers. Like, hello? If it ain't Kanye, then who? Jeffree name drop already. Stop playing these guessing games. After teasing everybody with his little, I'm not saying it's Kanye, but I've been with rappers spill, Jeffree went even further and told Logan Paul he's got receipts. Full-blown evidence, y'all. He said he could literally pull up his phone right then and there and show pictures of the rappers he's messed around with. Not just soft selfies either. We're talking full-on mood shots. Apparently, rappers have been sliding into Jeffree's DMs for a minute. Bold, thirsty, and totally unbothered. And it's not even shocking anymore. But here's where it starts getting too real to ignore. Everything starts circling right back to Kanye. Word on the curb is that Kanye allegedly sent Jeffree Star his own nudes before they even linked up face-to-face. Like, what? At first, it sounds like some wild fan fiction. But when you really look at Kanye's history, it ain't that far-fetched. Let's not forget, dude's got a whole track record of messy behavior. Remember that case not too long ago where Kanye's own assistant accused him of sliding into her messages, sending explicit pics, and saying all kinds of wild, inappropriate stuff? That ain't gossip. That's coming straight from court documents. Legal receipts, y'all. So, is it really that crazy to think he might have done the same thing with Jeffree? Especially with Jeffree straight up saying rappers have been flooding his phone with thirsty messages and secret hookups behind the scenes. It's giving a real creepy pattern. And honestly, it's screaming DL behavior getting exposed loud and clear. And here's the kicker. It's looking like Jeffree might have even kept one of them videos from Ye tucked away, maybe for a little leverage. But hold up, because the story doesn't stop there. Let's talk about that three-way Kanye allegedly asked for. Insiders, and yeah, take it with a grain of salt, claim that during one of Kanye and Kim's final therapy sessions, Kanye hinted he wanted to explore some non-traditional relationship setups. Apparently, Kanye floated the idea of a threesome, but not with another woman. And that's when Kim was like, all right, I'm out. This kind of bombshell could have blown everything to pieces. Kim wasn't about to raise her kids smack in the middle of a PR hurricane. And to make it even messier, an old clip has been resurfacing. I'm talking real deep cut vibes, where Kim literally catches Kanye in the back room with somebody. Y'all, the way they edited that scene, sneaky as hell, but clean, like they were trying to sweep it deep under the rug. But the internet, she never forgets. You might have missed it back then, but fans are saying that if you rewatch that scene now, knowing what we know, it's looking real different. Low-key, it looks like Kim walked in on Kanye with somebody and instantly went into crisis mode. Cameras cut. The whole vibe switched up fast and heavy. One user said, Kim caught them on the show and it was hidden. You can seriously find the footage if you know what you're looking for. Another person jumped in, swearing up and down it wasn't Jeffree, saying the arms had no tattoos. But y'all, it ain't even about Jeffree at that moment. What if this wasn't just a one-time thing? What if Kim had caught Kanye with multiple people? That would explain why she moved so quiet at first and then filed for divorce with the quickness. But here's where it gets real messy, y'all. Some people in the comments are trying to claim it was Bella Thorne, while others are pushing a wild rumor that Bella's trans, which, by the way, we got no real confirmation on. None. But it's adding even more fuel to the talk that Kanye was allegedly hooking up with trans women or femme-presenting men while still married to Kim. Now, this next part is just my 2 cents. But Kanye's always seemed obsessed with power, dominance, and control, no matter who's standing across from him. From Kanye's fashion to his rants, even down to that wild, "slavery was a choice" comment, everything he does screams control. So the idea that he might be out here exploring his fluidity, that completely blows up the tough image he's been trying to sell. And that is why it feels like he's working overtime to hide it. That's why he's lashing out, not because Jeffree lied, but because somebody finally said the quiet part out loud. But let's flip the camera for a second. Is it possible that Jeffree's just trolling? Is this all just another stunt to stay relevant now that the beauty YouTube world is basically oversaturated and dead? Because if we're being real, Jeffree lives for chaos.
To address something because I woke up today and I was like, I guess allegedly Jeffree Star has been sleeping with Kanye West, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Goodbye.
His whole brand is built on being the villain, the wild card. And if you peep the pattern, every time Jeffree stirs up drama, boom, there's a new business launch right behind it. He's got it down to a science. Still, there's some stuff that's not adding up. Like, if Kanye and Jeffree really were sneaking around, how did they link up without getting caught by paparazzi? Both of them are huge celebrities. They got teams, assistants, fans, cameras everywhere. Don't know, y'all, but if there's one thing Hollywood scandals have taught me, where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. So don't be surprised if Kanye's team tries to sweep all this under the rug next week. Watch. They'll probably drop a random new track, some flashy fashion line, or one of those weird cryptic videos where he just stares into the camera in total silence for 3 minutes. Now, whether you believe the rumors or not, the fact that Jeffree even hinted at it says a lot. And Kanye's silence? Oh, it's screaming even louder. Because we all know Kanye ain't never the quiet type. But what do y'all think? Is Jeffree spilling the real tea? Is Kanye out here living a double life? Or is this just another Hollywood distraction to keep us busy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Because I'm just getting warmed up. And trust me, when it comes to Kanye, it's only about to get messier from here.